Derek Walkush for True Life 360, and once again we're going to talk about short sale algebra. The last time we spoke, we talked about constants and variables. The constants, like we had mentioned before, was the investor guidelines. That's going to be the basis of your negotiation. Now let's talk about the variables. Let's talk about how to identify those variables and how to control them so the outcome comes out in your favor. The first thing is, let's just face it, you need to control your universe. And how it starts is with the listing. You set the listing price. And how do you do that? Well, you find data to support it. You go ahead and you get an appraisal, you get inspections, you get BPOs, you get everything you can to create a paper trail as to why your listing is at the level that it is. Then at that point, all of that documentation is going to be able to be used in two facets. One, at a BPO, and then also for disputes. Now sometimes you may want to consider sending it in with an offer. I personally don't do that, but a lot of people do. And the success will work, especially when it comes to conventional type loans. Now the other thing that you're going to do is once you have this paper trail, you're going to go ahead and force feed the guidelines that the constants have. FHA has a dispute process. Fannie and Freddie have a dispute process. And of course conventional, that varies, but most of them also have a dispute process if you have the proper data. So the last portion that you would do in order to go ahead and control your universe is to go ahead and see if you can team up with a lawyer. See if they can go ahead and defend the seller in mediation or going to hearings. The other way that you can do it, if you can't afford a lawyer or if the seller can't afford a lawyer, is to go ahead and defend themselves in pro se mediation. Well, those are two concepts that we'll dive into a little bit more. Two things that we had talked about, BPOs and mediation. Those are crucial in force feeding and holding people accountable to guidelines. All right, this is Derek Walkush for True Life 360 talking about short sale algebra. Talk to you soon.